Hi, my name is Kai Armstrong. I'm the PM for Code Review, and I'm just going to talk about large MR and some of the requests we're seeing. So let me share a screen. This is an unreasonably large MR is what this is called. It has 1,500 files. They're all very simple, but it's 1,500 files. And you can see in the network tab that this is making requests through our batch controller for diffs. I'll check this setting here. This is with show whitespace toggled. I'm just going to shift refresh this page, reload it. You'll see there's an initial request for diffs, and then we'll scroll pretty quickly through here as we make a bunch of requests out to diffs batch. And so if I were to filter this, you'll see that these requests keep coming, and I'm actually able to scroll the page as we go and fetch sort of diff content in each of these requests. So it'll take a while, but we will get all of this. But the page is usable, more usable than we'll see in a moment in sort of this state while we're loading all of these diffs in. So that request is going. These are all happening in the background. I'm going to make a change now. And we're going to switch to, let's clear the search, the filter out, the network tab. And we're going to make a change, and we're going to turn off show whitespace changes here. We're getting the W equals 1 parameter. We should see this network tab completely go away, and it didn't. And it seems like when we make this first change like this, we do sort of, it's tough to tell, and I don't know if this is because the page hasn't loaded out completely. There's tons of posting out the source graph. But if I now, with that off, if I do a shift refresh on this page, so we're basically going to start over and see, although it looks like all right, let's try this again. See if we can get this to shift refresh for us. There we go. So it did it. You can tell it made the request with the W1 in it. So it made the main request. And then what you see is you see one of the other JavaScript that has to load, you see the diff metadata. So this is the first piece that tells us that we're going to go get diffs. And then we see one diffs batch request, and then we never see any more diffs batch requests. And now what we watch this page do is sit here and spin and spin and spin and spin. And if we do the same query in here, and we'll just search diffs, we don't see anything. We see one diffs batch. And it was a request for one. It was the first request for 5. So it should have returned 5 diffs. And we should have already loaded everything in with the metadata to like build headers and give it a place to process. And instead we don't even see that. And what we're going to see is this request take sort of an inordinate amount of time here. And what I believe is happening is we don't have the batch diffs, and we're now processing this request back out to Gitly, and we made one request, and Gitly is going to give us all 1,500 files back in a single shot, and then we'll reprocess those back through Rails. So we'll give this a couple minutes. I should get like an intermission sign in a tune here as we watch this go through, but we'll give this a couple minutes to play through. If we look, there's not even really any requests being made anymore. We're sort of in like a total blocking request at this point. Everything around us is loaded. I can't, because of this request, I can't even, yeah. So Firefox is running too slow. It wants to cancel it. Close that. We'll let it keep going. Hopefully this will get us through. Haven't made any more requests. It's mad again. It's mad again. Maybe if we stop it, it's gonna keep trying to process that request in the background. There's the icon. So there it came. It finally came in. all of those requests. So now we're up to 73 because we now asked for some icons now that we have these diff containers to hold. But as you can see, like it went and it took forever to get all of them in, didn't make the batch request, and then it's still going. So that's what we're looking at here. We're trying to figure out what's going on with this, but maybe this will help debug this a little, and we'll go from there.